Hi, this is Scott with Beyond Words Psychotherapy, and I thought that I would start off here by giving everybody one of my versions of a good way to get into a more self-present state when there's a situation, a life event, or trailhead, as we call an IFS, that's bringing up a number of parts. And what I suggest oftentimes is that when there's an event that's triggering us, that we start first by noticing where that part's showing up in the body, right? As we often do in IFS. You notice where the part is, but you don't go into the part because that will just cause greater blending, most likely, if we don't have enough needed self-energy that the part needs not to blend. And so what I suggest is the following meditation, which is noticing the part related to whatever trailhead is up, and then dropping into a self-present place in a way that is mostly somatic and not mental. And so I'm going to walk you through that now, and you can try it and see what you think. Okay, so first off, what I invite you to notice is if there is a particular event or trailhead that is active in your life right now. It's taking stock of that, noticing there may be more than one. Notice out of the different events in your life right now, which one feels kind of the most up or the most charged. Whichever one that is, you can notice in relationship to that charged trailhead, say working with a difficult work situation or boss or coworker, as an example, and you might notice some different parts that come up as a result, like anxiety or worry or fear or doubt. And let's say that as you notice those different parts and whatever trailhead is up, let's say fear. Let's say that you feel the fear in your chest. And so you can just simply identify that by placing a hand there and noticing that's where I'm experiencing this fear, with whatever kind of sensations that go with it, like chest tension or clenching or heat. And once you identify where that part is and sort of how it's showing up, that's when I want to invite you to sort of drop back and away from the experience into a contact area, like your seat or your feet. And I invite you to do that now if you'd like to continue with me, by just noticing your seat, really the contact and the weightedness of being in your seat. There's this active trailhead in your life, whatever it is. There's these charged parts, and there's your seat. And you can just kind of notice, what is it like to sit with that as you place a good majority of your experiential awareness into being present with the sensations in your seat. And notice as you do that how your breath responds. If it lengthens or slows, or even if it speeds up. And from there, I want to invite you to bring your awareness now down into your feet, where they meet the floor, to notice and experience the contact there and the sense of weightedness, maybe pressure. Notice what happens to your breath as you become more aware of the contact between your feet and the floor. Notice how your breath responds to being that much more aware of your feet. And finally, bringing your awareness into your breath to experience the different sensations there, the different sensations regarding movement, what parts of your body are actually moving up and down, in and out, as a result of each breath. And even notice the sensations of air moving in and out of your body. So as you become that much more aware of your breath, notice how your breath is responding to you being more aware of it. Any shifts or changes in your experience of your breath as you become that much more aware of it. And finally, I'm going to ask you now to notice, with that greater presence of awareness of your seat, your feet, and your breath, to let yourself notice now where you're experiencing in or around your body, where you're experiencing the greatest amount of non-part energy or self energy, as we call it in IFS. Take your time to just kind of sink into your seat and your feet and your breath and just notice, where am I particularly experiencing a sense of calm or ease or presence? And let yourself notice where that is. Let's say you have a lot of presence in your belly. And so what you can do is bring your awareness into your belly, the same way you were with your seat, with your feet, or your breath, but this time with your belly. Just notice the different sensations there that go with that sense of presence. Let yourself be in that experience, not thinking about it or evaluating it in any way, but being in the experience. Notice finally how the part responds to being in greater awareness with this self-present aspect of you. Does it relax at all? Does it soften? Does it resist or tighten? Whatever it is, it's of course perfectly okay, but just notice how this part responds to you now that you are in this more self-present place. And now notice how you're doing, just in an overall sense. You're spending this time contacting and spending time with self-presence in relationship to this part. Just notice what that's like now that you spent a few minutes doing that. And next time we'll be doing an exercise on how to take this kind of an experience of accessing self-presence in relationship to a part and really sharing that presence with the part in a somatic and relational way. And that will increase that sense of attachment and security there between you and that part, and allow you greater access to self-energy. So I hope this was helpful for you, and I encourage you to try this exercise periodically when it's could be useful for you before stressful events or after them. And look for the next video on sharing self-energy with charged parts. Thank you.